Welcome. If you're new to the channel, my name is Elliott and you're watching Rickety Ski Reviews. Today, we're gonna talk a little bit more positively. My last couple videos have been pretty negative, and so I wanted to instead talk about things that I love. This is like a ski paraphernalia? No, that's not the right word. Ski accessories, things that are ski adjacent. Some of this is just stuff that I've bought myself and found that I use it on a daily or weekly basis. And some of this is stuff that was sent to me. I will try to have affiliate codes for pretty much everything, but you know, some of it is just stuff I like that I have no affiliate code for. You can always like and subscribe, but let's just jump right into the stuff that I love. Now the first thing is these skis behind me, having a designated Crud cutter ski. This is the first winter where I've ever had a designated Crud cutter ski. Now in previous years, the thing I've used in the springtime has actually just been rock skis because there's so many rocks, because you don't know what you're gonna kind of surface up. I've just taken my old skis and used those in the spring. But my old skis, or my rock skis previously, were Atomic Vantages. Now they're Atomic Mavericks. They don't really suit that late season skiing. And since working with Volkl, I've been sent the M7 Mantra and the Mantra 88. And I found overwhelmingly, this is what I was reaching for in the spring. And having a good pair of Crud cutter dense skis that kind of coast through the really adverse sticky snow has been such an eye-opening experience, because it's basically opened up way more of the season that I can ski reliably. I can ski at high speeds without it being dangerous. If I ski on my Atomic Mavericks when the snow is really sticky, that horizon tip gets grabbed and I go over the front, and what was it, a couple seasons ago, I got hurt doing that exact thing. This year, having the M7 Mantra just at my fingertips, I used it so much in the spring when the snow was really bad, and I'm really grateful that I had that kind of in my rotation, in my quiver. And I honestly think that if you are somewhere, especially out west, that gets really a ton of sun exposure onto the snow and you get really sticky, heavy snow, consider getting a Crud cutter ski. Nordica Enforcer 99 makes a pretty good Crud cutter ski. The K2 Mindbender works pretty well for that. The old, I don't know if they still make them, the Rossignol Black Ops Sender did a pretty good job of it. I don't know what the current version of that is now, but I found that, man, it is so nice to have a ski that really just reliably and smoothly cuts through bad sticky snow. Now, some of that too is how you wax your skis, so, you know, you gotta maintain them. They can't just be all dried out. But I think that it would be hard for me to go back to a life without having a ski like the M7 Mantra for the springtime. I've never done it before, and it was so nice to have this year. Same for the Mantra 84s, kind of to a different degree, but both awesome skis for heavy, wet, sticky snow. Up next, this is kind of weird, but this has been my first year, or first summer, spring, testing out the Mammut shoes. I get a slight discount on these, and I was like, okay, I need shoes. Let me use my discount and get myself some shoes. These are the Mammut Sertig 2 shoes. Now I got two versions of this. I got one with the pull string that was kind of similar to Salomon's kind of pulley system, and then I got the laces. The pulley system was so thin on the tops, I did not like those, so fair warning on that. But the Sertig with the laces is so comfortable. I am really thrilled by this. This has been one of the nicest trail running, hiking, whatever, day-to-day shoes that I use. I love the colors. I love the way that the moisture kind of rolls off the top. This is the nicest shoe I've had since maybe the Salomon, what do you call it, Cross Tour, Cross something. Or back in the day I used to use the Brooks Cascadia. I think this shoe is nicer than both of those. I really am happy with these shoes. So I don't know, if you're shopping for shoes and you like that kind of thing, I was very surprised. A lot of ski brands or winter brands make shoes, and it always feels like they either outsource it to someone or they're really not well made. Back in the day, I worked in sports shops and we would see Technica shoes, and they were just not nice, not even close to the quality you'd expect. These are super nice, very surprising. I think they look good. They're nothing but comfortable and practical. They have worked phenomenally well. So if you're looking for shoes, I don't know. I'll have an affiliate link because I do work with Mammut, but I paid my own money for these and was thrilled. And I'm on my second or third pair now. I just keep ordering them because I think they are perfect for what I'm looking for. Especially when you're driving up to the ski hill and you have to walk around the snow, you want a little bit of tread, but you don't need a giant boot because then your feet sweat on the ride down. These have been perfect. I think I had the Salomon Speed Cross 6 or 7, and I found that I enjoyed these more and have replaced them. The next thing, I don't know if I'm just becoming an old man, but within the last year, I started using footbeds in my shoes. Historically, I didn't use footbeds in my running shoes or anything else. I just ran the shoes as they were. And as I'm getting older, I don't know, I just feel like I need a little bit of more arch support. I didn't go out of my way to buy these. These were provided by Remind Insoles. This is like the Chris Bent Chetler version. And they originally sent me the footbeds for boots, and I enjoyed them in my like base liners. I couldn't really get them to work with the Zip Fit or the Intuition liners. So I just said, okay, well, I'll throw them in my shoes and just test them out. I am so happy with these Remind Insoles, and I've felt like they're so much more comfortable. I get so much more arch support out of my day. I'm really, really happy with these. I started using them in my Salomon shoes, and then when I transitioned over to the Mammut shoes, I found that they also worked really well there. I don't know, it felt like a pride thing at first, like, oh, I don't need that extra support, but man, now that I'm using footbeds, I don't think I'll ever go back. These are awesome. We'll have an affiliate link for Remind. Remind also makes a cork version that I've been using that I like, and I like the support of the cork, but they do kind of squeak, and I found it hard to record videos because I just like, if I was walking and moving, my feet were like, wah, 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 and it almost sounded like I was passing gas on the camera. So I opted to just go with the normal version, and I do find that I just like these in general a little bit more. Oh, and my other pair of shoes too is worth mentioning. I use the SOLE footbeds, the sole footbeds. If you remember some of my earlier videos, I've talked about their shoe. It's like their après ski shoe that has wool on the top. They also make a cork footbed that I'm really happy with. So I alternate between the Remind and the sole. I like the cork of the sole a little bit more, especially when I'm doing a lot of walking or high mileage. But just for day to day, I find that I like these a little bit more. They aren't as pronounced, they're not as noticeable. I feel like I can slip my foot into the shoe a little bit easier. I don't know, you could slice it either way. I like the arch support of the sole, but yeah, I've been happy with both footbeds or both insoles, however you want to say it. So yeah, check out Sole. I'll put a link for them too. I was really happy with theirs. I think I just beat them up. I put them in my shoes that I mow in, and man, they just got a ton of mileage while I've been mowing. But anyway, footbeds. I don't know. If you're on the fence, don't be too proud to try it, because I was for years, and man, I really could have used that extra arch support. And again, like, nobody pays me for any of this. This is just my honest opinion. There's no check in the mail for any of this stuff. I'm sure Remind wouldn't want me talking about the fart noises on the cork version. But again, it's always my honest opinion and my honest feedback on this stuff. Oh, the next thing I've been wearing a lot during the summer, and you probably see it in my videos, I'm wearing both brands, and I paid for these ones myself. But I've been wearing a lot of the Mammut wool t-shirts. They are so light and so breathable. I mean, in Idaho, it gets over like 100 degrees typically in the summer. It's a dry heat, so it's a little bit different. But the way that these wick moisture and I don't sweat in these and how breathable wool is, I'm telling you, like even my mountain biking shirt jersey that I have, that I paid for from Patagonia, is wool. I think wool is a really nice material in the summer. I think everyone's used to like their old wool sweaters, so they kind of shy away from it. But as far as breathability goes, I love my Mammut wool. And also, like, I mentioned this the other day, but I've been testing out IBEX, the Woolies Pro Tech. This is the long sleeve. I am really sensitive to different textures, and IBEX has been one of my favorite. I think IBEX and Mammut, and depending on the brand, some of these other brands do a pretty good job with it, but these have been my new favorite wool shirts. They have a wool t-shirt for the Grateful Dead. I've been using this long sleeve a lot for like bedtime or when it's been cold in the mornings. Again, I use wool primarily for skiing, so you know, your mileage may vary, but honestly, if you get hot in the summer and you're looking for a soft fabric that breathes really well, for me, I'm never going back. I love wool. Cotton is okay, like if it's the right texture and everything. I really hate polyesters in the summer. It just feels like I'm drowning in my own skin. Ugh. I don't like that, and I've found that wool has been a really nice alternative. If you're sensitive to textures, I would check out the IBEX. That was kind of my biggest sleeper one. I wasn't expecting that. I've never really had IBEX stuff and was pleasantly surprised. The other one that I have gotten used to, I kind of made fun of them at first, but I found now that I've had these for what, a year or two, I love my arcade belts. Holy moly. Zach was the one like kind of hyping it up. I was like, okay, dude, it's just a rubber belt. Well, how good can it be? One thing that's nice, I kind of ripped on them for having plastic buckles. When you fly, these are TSA safe. You don't have to take your belt off at the TSA. How nice is that? The other thing I found with this elastic is it holds really well. My pants are always falling down. My wife calls it the Fulner butt crack. Because my dad has it, I have it, and even my son, I can see his pants kind of fall down a lot. These arcade belts are really nice, and because they have that elastic, they don't kind of pinch like leather does. I was really skeptical of these at first, but I've been very pleasantly surprised. Arcade sent me the Grateful Dead version. I swear I'm not even like a big Grateful Dead fan, but between the Remind Ben Chetler stuff and IBEX had a Grateful Dead shirt and Arcade has Grateful Dead stuff, I seem to be rolling in Grateful Dead gear. But I was very, very surprised that I have about 2 or 3 pairs of these. One pair I gave to my daughter for her ski snow pants, and they've been working really well for her. If you have a kid that like can't keep their pants up and you can tighten these things down so they're super customizable, I wear them all summer long and have been really happy with these belts, so I would check them out. I don't like the bigger buckles. They have like a different version. I find that the smaller buckles are easier to go through like kind of the pant loops, so for whatever that's worth for you. And I believe I still have an affiliate program with them, so if I do, I'll put a link for them. So this is gonna kind of sound silly, but one thing I started doing all winter long is I've been trying not to go into the lodge and eating lunch. I just feel like I have limited time to test stuff. I wanna get videos done. I've been packing snacks inside of my jacket. Specifically, they're like these Jelly Belly sports beans, and I love doing that. It's nice because it's got a little bit of chewing to help pop your ear on the chairlift. They've got some electrolytes. They're really not that healthy. They're mostly sugar, but just having like one little kind of snack in your jacket pocket throughout the day, I find really gives me a second wind on some of those big powder days, and also keeps me from getting like dizzy or nauseous. It helps pop my ears. I am no way sponsored by this company. Maybe I'm just doing like free advertising for them, but I like the product. They are called the Jelly Belly Sports Beans. I specifically like the lemon lime, I think is what it's called. But be careful because they have caffeinated and non-caffeinated. I find that I like the uncaffeinated version a little bit better. The caffeine ones have kind of a weird aftertaste. The only time I use the caffeinated ones, when I went to Chamonix, I don't drink coffee, and I am trying not to drink Red Bull. And so because the stuff that I like, which is yerba mate, isn't typically available easily in every town, I just brought a bag of those caffeinated Jelly Bellies. I think it was watermelon. And that was so nice. Like if you're on a plane ride and you need a little bit of caffeine to kind of get you going, or you want to adjust to kind of the jet lag, I loved having just a little pouch of those in my bag. So I don't know, take that for what it's worth. I really like those little Jelly Bellies for when I'm skiing. I felt like it gave me a second wind. I didn't feel like I needed to go into the lodge and have a full meal because that's just too heavy. Again, it's just sugar, right? So you could probably sub it out with like some sour gummies, like some sour Annie gummies or whatever, but I do really like those Jelly Bellies. And the pouch is really nice because you can reseal it. The only thing I found for skiing specifically is that if they do get cold, they can get kind of brittle, so you have to like let them warm up for a minute. The other consumable, the thing that I've changed lately, I've been trying really hard to like work on my health and work on my fitness, and some of that means in taking in less sugar. I typically did the yerba mate lemon elation, but they do have a ton of sugar. So I've been trying this different one, and I found I really like this as an alternative. It's the yerba mate, yerba and lemonade. It's just iced tea with a little bit of lemonade, but it has 17 grams of sugar, which I believe is a lot less. I don't even want to know what the other ones have because they taste so good. But I really like this drink. It's not as like bam in your face as the lemon elation. It's a nice alternative. It also doesn't make me feel like kind of overly sicky sweet. Not paid by this brand, obviously, but I don't know. I've been drinking these a lot and really like them. The other thing that I talked about the other day, but I've been wearing these Oakley Holbrook sunglasses when I drive. I've had them for about 5 years, and I said this in my Oakley goggle review, but I will never go back from the Oakley Prism. How comfortable these are in the glaring light of Idaho, especially in the summer. These are fantastic sunglasses, and I absolutely love them. I only use them for driving. I don't use them for sports and everything. I have like mountain bike sunglasses I use for that. But oh my God, the comfort as far as like how they fit, the comfort for the prism, all in all, I love my Oakley Holbrook sunglasses. And again, not sponsored by them, but I will have an affiliate link. I think Evo sells those. Or maybe Backcountry, I don't remember. One of the two, you'll see. Oh, the other thing that I got, this has nothing to do with skiing, so bear with me. I got this O'Neill men's tailgating changing towel, and somehow I do have O'Neill in my affiliate things. But I love using this towel. My wife got this for me as a gift, and she paid full price for this for Father's Day. And while I was learning to surf, this was so nice because you can put it over you, get dry, get changed safely. But I find myself during the summer when I go to the pool using this a ton for my kids, right? I have a child with a disability and they are wearing swim pull-ups and pull-ups, and being able to change him while he wears this is such a luxury. And especially if you're somewhere that doesn't have changing rooms, or you're going somewhere you're going to a river, you're going to the ocean, whatever. These little changing ponchos, it seems so silly, but this is such a nice item for getting changed, getting dry. My kids love it, I love it. I keep this in the back of my SUV. This is so nice, I don't know. Again, nothing to do with skiing, but you may find that helpful. Oh, I want to talk about this briefly, it's really easy, but these old Nalgenes, I love this little spout thing. It's so much easier to drive and drink with. If you look at these traditional Nalgenes, I spill these all the time. I don't know what it is, but I just cannot drink out of them without spilling all over myself. They're easy to clean, they're dishwasher safe. I don't know. I feel like there are so many trendy water bottles with the Stanleys and everything, but just a classic Nalgene works so well. Oh, this is the last thing I'll talk about. And this might be specific to if you have kids or if you travel, but I got this Mammut side satchel. It's hard to see because it's black on black. If you have kids, this stuff is so nice. I keep all of my kids' documentation, insurance cards, things that they need, especially for therapies for my son. I keep extra chewies. Essentially, kids with autism, when they if they have behavioral things, they will sometimes get aggressive, sometimes they bite or scratch, they can get really frustrated, especially if they're nonverbal. My son gets really frustrated like that, so I always keep a chewy in here, I keep snacks in here. I was at a bachelor party for a friend, and it was mountain biking, but we were all going to dinner and everyone was making fun of my little pouch, right? Oh, why are you carrying that? And then we went and floated the river and they're like, hey, can I store something in there? Oh, hey, do you have that? People will make fun of this maybe, but honestly, I don't know if it's a guy thing, but just get over your ego. This purse is so nice. I always have snacks on hand. I got a little pouch for sunscreen. When I travel to France, it's a good place where you can store your passport. I keep my wallet in here. I keep my keys in here. The other thing that's nice, if you're a guy, and you have keys and a cell phone and a wallet, it stretches out your shorts and your pants so that they don't look good. Or if you have this big wallet bulge on your pants, I don't think that looks good. This might seem really silly, but I love having this little side satchel purse, and I got it from Mammut. Very happy with the quality. I've had water splash at me when I take the kids to the splash pad, and this is just to flex it off. This is a really, really nice product. They also have this cool little mini wallet, which I like. It's nothing fancy, right? It just holds a card and has a little Velcro. It doesn't look that sleek, but it's nice having something minimal like this so that when you're mountain biking, skiing, whatever, your pockets aren't full of stuff. You just have the bare necessities. So again, I'm not sponsored by Mammut. They don't pay me to say any of this stuff, but I use this every day. I absolutely love it. And I don't know, this is just a video about stuff I love. What do you want from me? I'm just talking about the stuff I like and love, and wanted to share it with you guys. So anyway, that's everything on my list. This is all just stuff that's been new to me that I've found that I don't think I can live without. So yeah, kind of different content, but I hope you enjoyed it no matter what. As always, you can like and subscribe. We have channel memberships down below. Those affiliate links are a really great way to support us, because if you are looking for stuff that you want to buy, or maybe as gifts for someone else, that doesn't cost you anything extra and still supports the channel. So if you want to use those, that helps a lot. But as always, more than anything, just thanks for being here. Thanks for spending time of your day to watch my videos. It always means a ton to me, and this is no exception. And of course, as always, I'll see you in the next one. See ya.